Yo, 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 what's going on, you guys? It's your boy, Boy Rob. You're now listening to the Dark Road Out Podcast. What's going on? What's going on, you guys? Yo, man, I'm glad to be back. It's your boy, Boy Rob, and welcome to the Dark Road Out Podcast. And today we're gonna be talking about morals and values. You know what I'm saying? Morals and values, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And how much do you guys got it? Do you guys, you know what I'm saying, like, keep that shit up? Do you guys believe in that? And I got my friend Tammy today that's gonna talk about that. So you guys stay tuned and all that shit and listen up. This is Dark Road Out, baby. Hey, yo, Tim.
What's up?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Oh, it's so good over here.
That's what's up, man. It's been a minute, man, since I had got you on here. For real, for real.
Oh, yeah, because it seemed like every time we tried to link up, other things was in the way. But today was not going to be the day I missed it. No.
Word up, man. For real, for real. But yo, today, man, I wanted to talk about morals and values. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And do we still have those?
It's
Like,
a lack of that these days.
you think so?
Yeah, it's lack of it. You know, don't have morals, don't have values. Because talking to my kids, and I was like, yeah, my youngest was telling me, like, Mom, if we did have to accept some of these people do, and then, like, you know, my youngest, he always keeping me up with what's new in the world today.
Okay.
So both of my kids are. So when she heard that a child or a teenager or somebody then done something to a parent or did something outrageous, she was like, Mama, she was like, she said, who raising these kids? She was like, 'cause I could never get away with half of this stuff that some people do. And then, like, I think she told me her friends asked her why was she able to, like, have much freedom as she does. And I was like, well, you have that type of freedom. Well, she's old enough to have that freedom now, but when she was younger, they would wonder why she had so much freedom, because I raised them to always come to me and tell me what was the problem. So
right.
I think since my mom instilled that in me, you know, I instilled that in them. So it's now it's like, okay, so I think it's gonna be passed down to my grandchildren, because when they start having
it's like
children,
basically second nature, basically. And I feel like you're right.
yeah,
I feel like you're
like,
right, because it's like it's a lack of that nowadays, man. I feel like is no
yeah,
respect
'cause
for nothing. Like, these kids, they got no respect for nothing, no morals, no self respect. They out here doing whatever, and for, you know what I'm saying, it's like, and it's fucked up.
I had a kid bump into me and didn't say excuse me, and he was like 4 or 5, and he was like, "Watch where you going." I say, "What? Where you moving?" I'm like, Lord Jesus. I said, I can't kill nobody else. Kid.
That's their upbringing, man. It's that however they was brought up in their household. Unfortunately,
Right,
that's how it is.
Cause like, you know, my kids speak when, you know, they walk into a room. They be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, most kids don't do that. They just walk through, look at the person crazy, and keep going.
Right.
What is wrong with you? You can't rub it off. You know, I was raised to speak to your elders. Hi, how you doing? And then go about your business.
Right. Good morning, good afternoon, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the era that we came
yes,
from.
Sir, yes, ma'am.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
some way along the way, they lost that. It was a disconnect.
They lost it. Yeah, 'cause like, I think it's true. Once these young girls, when babies start having babies, it's just, you don't get the same morals and values unless you unless your family is just deeply rooted into the morals and values. Because, like, my youngest, she doesn't dress provocative, but she dressed according to her style. And, like, I can say, my child, she will not wear anything that too short. She'll be like, now she'll wear her fitted jeans, her
Mm-hmm.
leggings, stuff like that. But she will not wear anything that's too revealing. Cause like if it's showing too much cleavage, she's like, oh no, I gotta cover this up. So she's grabbing a jacket, a sweater,
Right,
something
but it
to
goes.
cover
But how
herself up.
it's how yet you raised her. You see what I'm saying? Like you raised her right. Like you taught her not to go out in the streets looking any type of way. You see what I'm saying? And there's parents,
Mm-hmm.
there's parents out there that don't care. You know what I'm saying? There's parents that
Mm-hmm.
don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care how their kids act in the streets. They don't care how their kids act in the society. They just, you know what I'm saying? They just turn a
But then
blind eye
again,
to
look at the
certain shit.
parents. How some of the parents act in the street.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You gotta look at how some of these parents act in the streets because they not setting an example. Because when I got pregnant with my oldest, I was like, oh, I had like a life changing experience because when I had my oldest daughter, I was 17 in 11th grade, still trying to finish school.
Okay.
And I was like, all that changed for me. That changed for me. My mom was like, what type of mom you gonna be? You gonna be either you gonna be the type of mom that your children respect, or
Mhm.
you gonna be the type of mom that your children disrespect. And I told myself I'm gonna be the type of mom that my children respect. So
Right.
yeah, so all my tight clothes, my short shorts, they went away. Even though some things I still put on, I show my girls it's a way to still look sexy without being too sexy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can still look sexy without being too sexy. So yeah. So most most parents will be like, hold on, wait a minute, what you going with that on? And my daughter be like, nowhere in the house. I ain't going nowhere. These ain't nobody ever seen me outside like this. I said, okay.
See, and I respect that, man. I respect that 100% because you raising queens. You know what I'm saying? You raising these young queens, and you show them like, look, you can't be out here looking any type of way. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh yeah, 'cause we we have like this running joke 'cause everybody think we like sisters and we not 'cause I look as just as young as them, so everybody think we sisters. So um they figure, oh, your mom is your sister is pretty. I'm not their sister. I'm their mom. You're, you're their mom, and you let them talk to you like that. I say, wait a minute, talk to me how? Cause see, they know when I'm mom and they know when I'm a friend. They know when I'm in mom mode and they know when I'm in friend mode.
mhm.
It's a difference. You gotta balance that out. Cause I knew when my mom was being a friend, and I knew when mom was in mom mode. So, cause when mom was in mom mode, then that's like beast mode. You know,
Right.
if you don't, the voice go up so many aquas and loud and scream and yell at, the other siblings like, I ain't gonna be in the wrath for that because you in trouble, that type of stuff.
Right.
But then we also had the mom who was that like fun mom. Everybody, we had that fun mom where everybody wanted to be at our house. Everybody,
I mean, it's always
no matter
good.
what, everybody.
It's always good to have that balance, man. Like even with my kids, like I'm a cool dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm the cool dad, the laid back dad. I get you whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same token,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lay down the boundaries and I'm gonna lay down, you know what I'm saying, the rules of certain shit and how you supposed to act. Like now that I look at society, even in the city, like New York City, like for example. Like I was a
Mhm.
kid from the streets doing shit, you know what I'm saying? But when we used to see elders and we used to see like other people coming around and they ain't, you know what I'm saying, like civilians, they ain't had nothing to do with the shit that we was doing. It was always a form of respect. How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? We help people out, help the elders out, and you see what I'm saying? Now I feel like,
Yeah, cause like it's crazy because like when even to me, still as old as I am, I will not interrupt no one's conversation. Cause like my supervisors, they'll be talking to somebody. I'll walk up, let my presence be known, and then I'll wait till they finish talking before I say anything.
you know what I'm saying?
And everybody just feels like I'm this really young, nice person at the job, but knowing I'm darn near older than most of them.
But
And some of them be like, "You're how old?" I be like, "I'm 41." And they be like, "What?" I be like, "Yeah." And it's like, "You don't look it." Yeah, I'm that old, but still, the morals and values. See, that's where my morals and values come in. Where my mom taught me to never interrupt anyone's conversation. You wait till they get done talking, and then you ask, or wait till you're addressed, and then you ask or speak whatever is on your mind.
right, you know what I'm saying? But that shit is I feel like that shit is lacking, man. Cause now you got these kids right now, like I was saying, like in my era, like it's certain shit that we want to do in front of the elders. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now these kids nowadays, they quick to shoot and they quick to
Right. They
rob. They out here robbing elderly people. They out here doing all types of shit. Like dude, like where's your
I would
morals at,
feel
bro? Like where's the respect at, man? Like they.
like I can like I'm in a grocery store. I can have like a cart full of stuff, and it's
Mhm.
an elderly person behind me. You can go ahead. They was like, "Oh no, no, you go ahead. I respect my elders. You go ahead. Oh, you're so nice." They could have a cart full of stuff, but and I have a cart full of stuff, but I make sure they go first.
Mhm.
And it was like, "Oh, thank you. You're welcome." I was raised right.
Right.
So it's like it's crazy because like when I see some of these young girls out here in these streets, and I'm like, Lord, who is your parent? Who is your
Yeah, and
mother?
they ain't got
They
none.
blame you.
They mama, they don't care.
I'm be like,
They mama
I mean,
don't
like
care at
tomorrow's
all,
that
man. Like,
Saturday. Prime example. In-law of mine,
mhm.
niece. She hadn't seen her since the 30th of June. She hadn't seen her since the 30th of June. She posted up on Facebook about um how she hadn't seen her, how she was worried. She like call me or call the police if you know or have anything. Gave the whereabouts of the friend that she was supposed to be with. The friend of the niece posted up laughing about the situation of her auntie looking for her. This this woman is scared to death about her niece being out here in these streets. God
Wow.
knows what God knows what's going on in these streets these days. And
Right.
here you is, these kids just don't have no no sense of value of their lives or anything these days. You
Mhm.
know, because when my child, Mom, this is who I'm with.
Mhm.
This is where I'm going. Mom, okay, we just left this place, so we're going here.
Right.
Mom, I'm gonna be a little late. Mom, I missed this bus or I missed this train, so I'm gonna be late. She gives me the rundown of everywhere she goes, and not only that, like if I don't know where she is, her sister definitely knows where she is at all times because they both have this app called 360 where it can tell you where a person's location is,
Mhm.
exactly where they are, and the app even tells when a person arrives home. Cause like I've been in here sleep sometimes, fell asleep waiting on my child to come home, but my daughter be like, "Oh, my daughter, the oldest, will walk in and be like, Mom, she just pulled up the
Oh, so so
application."
so you use that app?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
What's the
you use it too?
what's the name of the app?
It's 360.
Okay.
It's an app where it tells you where your kids are, who they're with, tell you exactly where they are. Like if she's at the mall, it'll tell you she's at the mall, or if he's at the mall, tell you he's at the mall. It's a lot of people that I know have. I haven't, I have to reinstall it, but I took it off my phone. But the girls still have it,
Okay.
and they basically can tell me where each one is. If I don't know where one is, and be like, okay, where is this at? And the other one will be like, oh well, she's here, and well, she left with such and such, and she's here. But due to me being the mother that I am, my children always lets me know who they're leaving with, where they're going, who they're going to be with, and that's just how I raise them to let me know at all times where they're going to be and who they're going to be
Well,
with.
that's
And
very good,
then,
man. That's very good that you got the kids like that. You know what I'm saying? And train like that, man. Because some parents they don't even some parents don't even care where their kids
they,
is at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? So that's cool.
it's horrible because that's why I was kind of glad we were doing this podcast on morals and values because like the stuff that we grew up with, these kids are not growing up with. Are we still instilling what our parents instilled into our children? Because I was taught to pray. I was taught that you can't never depend on anybody, even though they say you can depend on them. Don't depend on anybody. Get up and do it yourself.
That's
If
right.
you feel like it's not a problem I was also told don't be afraid to ask for
To
help,
ask for
but it's
help. Yep.
also you can't sit around and wait for help either. You
You're
have to
right.
get up and do it yourself. Because most of these kids these days they waiting for somebody to help them.
Yeah.
They waiting for handouts.
They're not taking the initiative. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays you gotta peep it though. Everything is easier for them now. It's not like how we
Oh,
was
way
coming up.
easier,
Everything is easier for them,
way
like
easy,
way easy. You know what I'm
way
saying? So it's
easy.
like they looking at it like, man, I ain't gonna work hard. I could, you know what I'm saying, and get up and do this or get up and, you know what I mean? So it's like hard work
Yeah, cause
and
like,
morals and all that shit and ethics they lack. They're gonna lack. You know?
well, I thank God I instilled this in my children, cause my daughter has white friends. She's not too much have black friends in the area that we are. She has white friends. She only has two of those. So she be like, Mom, she was like, I'd rather go back to the hood and give me some black friends because the white friends are all out of control. She was like, Mom, I'd rather be in the hood with some black kids. She
Oh
said, I thought it
wow.
was going to be different, but she said, I'll see. No. She said the white kids are worse.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, man.
cause,
And it's sad,
cause,
man. Not every kid, all the good kids that's abiding by the rules, that's trying to keep a straight arrow, they're around all these other kids that's not from that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that shit is hard. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
I know that shit is hard. Like,
Oh, she's cut friends off because of that. She thinking she's getting new friends. She's like, oh no, you ain't vibing with me right. Mm-mm.
that's what's up, man.
Your morals ain't. She was like, I can't do half of the stuff these people do.
And I just can't deal
So
with the disrespect though. It's the disrespect
yeah,
with the elderly and, you know what I'm saying, the robbing of the elderly and come on, man. Like people, we gotta do better.
right.
We gotta do better than that. Like these elderly people, they just going to the supermarket trying to get their groceries and trying to go back
Well, we
home.
gotta we gotta go back to where back to the old days. It's all the way back to Africa. We gotta go back to where it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village.
where
I think
everybody
that's why I have
where everybody look out for one
that's
another.
yeah. I think that's why I have such a motherly nature towards children, other people's children. It's like, oh baby, like mm, when I see a kid doing something, no baby, don't do that. They parent not telling them, no baby,
Mhm.
don't do that.
Right.
Please don't do that. And I'm like, and then they be like, oh no, please tell them don't do that. I'm looking at parents like, if you, in my mind, I'm being sweet to the kid, but in the mind, I'm cussing the parent out. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You not paying attention to this kid. I've seen. I've come home from work and I've turned into my apartment complex. Kids are in the roadways playing, and the parents are not nowhere around. I'm like, baby, where's y'all parents? And then the parents is in the house,
Yeah, turn it up.
not watching the kid.
Not watching them turn it up, you know what I'm saying? Living their best life. You know what I'm saying? And
And
that's
I'm
and that's
like,
what
this is how kids get snatched. This is how kids
Yep.
get molested.
Yep.
This is how it's my heart aches when I speak on stuff like this because it hurts me to know that you know the the rate of these children these days
Mhm.
it's ridiculous. The things that go on in these children's lives is ridiculous.
But
And then you got children.
do you think that we had a like do you think that we had parts to blame? You know what I'm saying? Like us as the elders, us as the next ones coming up that's older than these kids, you know what I'm saying? Do you think like we failed? Like cause this generation they have two fucks. They give two fucks, bro, like about anything that goes on. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about life.
Right.
They don't care about none of that shit. So it's like I feel like there's a gap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not
cause
gonna
like
blame them fully for it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
no, we're not gonna blame society because we also gotta blame ourselves. Because sometimes I feel like it's been many a days. I'm like, I'm a horrible parent. I really am a horrible parent. And then I'll have someone come to me and be like, you really raised some beautiful, intelligent young ladies. And I'll be
yeah,
like,
you have. You can't be hard on
really?
yourself. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're gonna have bad days, hard days. You know what I'm saying? But you can't blame
Yeah, because
yourself.
and then that's always been a thing with me. Am I raising these girls right? Am I raising these girls to be respectable women when they grow up?
No, you are. You definitely are. Shit, Ray Charles can see that.
Be-
You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to the ones.
Because
I'm talking to the ones that you know what I'm saying. The ones that seeing the direction that their kids are going in and still ain't do nothing about it. Or you know what I'm saying, or see how these kids is gonna end up, still never intervene and be like, you know, don't go down this route. This, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of parents from our era that don't care or didn't
right,
care.
because they're more so of they gonna learn the hard way. No, don't let them learn the hard way. Don't let them learn the hard.
Yeah, yeah, you right.
And I,
That was another thing that was big in our era too. That
you
tough
know
love shit.
that
That tough
yeah,
love
because
shit.
our parents taught us, hey, let them learn the hard way. But like these days, these kids can't get a scratch without their parents like, oh my baby, about ready to die. Girl, that's just a little scratch. Girl, you don't keep on playing. I'm old school. Go outside and play. I'm gonna need y'all to go outside. I don't need you in the house. Why are you in my house? Your parents. We grew up in the areas where your parents kicked you out of the house.
That's a fact.
Your parents couldn't find you till nighttime. And then I'm one of them people who be home before the night lights get on. Before the night lights turn on. Street
Okay.
lights.
And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, she's from the Midwest. Just to let it be known out there, you know what I'm saying? She's from the Midwest, man. She's not even from our side up north. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's how we was brought up too. You know what I'm saying? Coming up from our side too, it was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You had to be home before the street lights get on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, because your parents definitely like, oh, you know how And then, like in the summertime, you got a little leeway there in the summertime because it's summertime, so you have to be home before the street lights turn on. But you can stay outside a little later, but you have to be in the front yard. You couldn't be nowhere else.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay,
That's a
you
fact.
couldn't play. If you want to play, you have to play in the front yard. You couldn't play nowhere else
But yo,
until you were able to.
do you see how the time changed? Or you see the difference between how these kids live and how we was living? You see what I'm
Man,
saying?
these
Like
kids is anti.
it's
Yeah, these
day and
kids are
night.
antisocial. It's they antisocial. Hey, computer savvy is a mug. These computers. Hey, give a kid a computer and they very computer savvy. But give them something simple like telling them to open a can. What's that? What
Yep.
am I supposed to do with this?
Yep.
Because my baby girl,
They'll be
I said,
lost.
Lord, where am I going wrong? I be like, Lord, where am I going wrong with her? Because I be like, do you know how to open a can? Mom, I can't find the can opener. Man, I don't know if any. I feel like I'm old when I talk about stuff like that.
You know what I'm
But I
saying?
know.
But that's it's the truth though. Like I'm saying, coming up as a kid, like my
If you
my
couldn't find
grandmother
a
taught me how
can
to do that
opener
shit.
and you didn't have. Right, if you couldn't find a can opener and you ain't got an electrical can opener, baby, if you don't go grab a knife
Nah, they not gonna
and
do
open
it.
this can, cause like,
I'm
wait a
not
minute,
gonna trust
I
them
see
niggas over
grown
no
people do
knife.
this.
Hell nah.
Wait a minute. No. But I'm saying,
That's
I'm
a
like,
trip to the ER, fam. Hell nah, I don't trust them with no knife,
yeah,
fam.
with kids these days, but me, that I've shocked people, even to people to my age, some people to my age who have never done this before in their life. I guess they always had a can opener in their house. I ain't never
Yeah,
have always have a can opener
me
in my
neither,
house.
man. But
Let
I'm
me
not. I
stress
would
that
never
point.
trust these niggas with a knife to open no can. Hell no. That's an accident waiting
Right,
to happen,
no.
bro. But on some real shit though, man. On the ending of the shit, I just feel like the morals or and the values of life, they don't even care. They don't even value themselves. They don't respect themselves.
Mm-mm.
Like, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting, man. And watching these videos and watching the news and these young kids disrespect older folks, man. Like these people could be your grandma, your grandparents, your dad, your mommy, and yeah, y'all don't care. Y'all just gonna go about y'all shit, rob them,
Right, because
beat them, and
I
do
don't,
whatever. Shit is stupid.
I don't, it's really hard for me to understand a woman who calls her daughter a female dog. And I'm like, oh, why would you call it? Because I can't stand for females. Like I had a friend that used to call me that all the time, and I was like, girl, do you want me to fight you? Because I can't stand that word.
Mm.
That's a fighting word for me. Because because like I had a coworker come to me the other day. I was like, what? Are you serious? He was like, man, that B. I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. I know you upset, but all that one calls for.
Yeah, they don't
I was
care.
like, oh,
That's how they move. So in your mind, you thinking like, oh, but they looking at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna be looked at the crazy one because they're looking at you like, what's her problem? Well, what's this bitch problem?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're looking at you like,
No, no, most people tell me I'm a little sensitive. I'm a little too,
oh, you're a little too
I'm round,
sensitive.
a little tight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a little too sensitive. So lately, since I'm not a little sensitive anymore, now I'm mean.
I mean, because
Because I'm
they
telling
gotta
you,
pick one at the end of the day, fam. You gotta either you
yeah. Because
sensitive or you mean, fam.
now since I know how y'all get down, no, y'all not gonna come to me any type of way or talk to me any type of way. I got kids at home. Mm-mm. If your name ain't Melvin Hill or Pearline Smith, don't come at me.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
out. Them are the only 2 hours step to yell at me.
But nowadays,
And
man, they don't give two shits, man. Everybody on some ruthless, everybody
right,
on some
because
disrespectful shit.
mm-mm, my
Those
father,
days, those
my
days are over.
right. These kids get yelled at by their parents. These F you and suck my and I
Yeah.
be like, oh,
You know
you
what I'm saying?
did that one.
And mind you, like
You did that one.
coming up in my era, like all that SMD inviting somebody to you get killed. That shit niggas wasn't playing that shit back in my era, like come on SMD this or SMD that. Or you what? Boy, niggas will leave you right where you stand, my nigga, and walk off. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing ever happened, man. But we just gotta do better, man.
Like,
For real, man. All that shit, man.
right,
Disrespectfulness, man. Look out for the elders. Look out for the people, man. For real, man.
right.
On a wrap up on this shit, I just wanted to say, man, like I just said, look out for the elders, man. Cut this shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? We looking bad out
Right.
here, man. What you want to add on to it, Sam?
Yeah, because it really is making us look bad because, like, I knew my girl. I had a bad relationship with my mother's mother. But no matter what, if
Mhm.
that lady called me and was like, I need you to do something, I was there. No, be like, Grandma, what you need? And she'd be like, well, I need you. But the lady had cussed me out in a moment's notice, but I was still there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But she was just that type of grandma. She'd cuss you out and then about 5 minutes later, be like, girl, you hungry? There's food in the kitchen. Go get you some. You
Right.
know,
Right.
my grandma was that type of mother, but grandmother. But then I have my mother, who's also was one of the sweetest and kindest mothers you could ever meet, and you know, she was always a mother, even if it wasn't to her own kids. The kids
Mhm.
in the neighborhood could always come to our house. If your kid wasn't fed, if they was at our house, they got fed.
Right.
If you weren't feeding your kids, I think that's why most of my were brothers' friends were at our house because my mom fed everybody kid.
Right.
Even though we didn't have much, she still fed everybody kid.
Cause she was,
No matter if
you
you were at
saying,
our house, you was getting fed.
cause she had,
You was
she
getting
came
fed.
from that upbringing. I know women out that came from that upbringing. You know what I'm saying? That looked out for
Yeah,
everybody.
so that's and like even with me, like when my kid, oh baby, you hungry? And they be like, no, nah, baby, you gonna eat something. You not just gonna sit here. Don't act like you're not hungry. Your stomach growling. You gonna eat something.
Right.
If you in my household, you gonna eat. And then like my mom always had the policy of the first time you come to her house, you'll get. Now you come the second time, you consider this family. You might as well go ahead and go. No, the first time you came to my house, you was a guest. This your second go round. Don't start going there, fix your own plate or whatever. Look, that's the type of mom I had. Well,
Right.
I have. Well, my mom's still alive, but
But
friends
yeah,
is
man.
better.
But
And so that 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 that's why I feel like this was a good topic to talk about because the morals and values of the young kids today are just not as they used to be. And like you said, are we blame too? So we do have to take in accountability ourselves and so like you said, we gotta get out here and make sure these kids are doing better. Because we can't sit up here and continue to let our kids just go down these dark paths. Come on, baby. I'm gonna need you to
that's a
dress
whole fact,
a little
man.
bit appropriate.
That's a whole fact, man. But yo, Tam, man, I'm glad to have you on this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Always, always.
For real, man. I'm always happy to have you on here, man. It was dope combo, man.
Oh, I love to with you talk anything. We can be on the phone for hours just talking. So it's no joke. I love talking to you. I love the conversation we have.
Word
So
up,
yeah.
man. For real. I love having you on here, man. It's your boy, Roy Rob. I'd like to thank everybody tuning into the Dark Road Out podcast, man. For real, I got more topics coming up y'all way, man. For real. Thanks for tuning in. One.